Hello and welcome to this video on PicoScope 7, which actually starts with PicoScope 6 because what I want to do is amend startup settings so that every time the scope is turned on, it's set up in a fashion that is applicable for automotive. So you can adjust time frame here. Let's go for 200 millisecond divisions and let's have this on 20 volts. And this would also be a ×1 probe. So the setup that we've set here, or will be 20 volts on channel A, 200 millisecond divisions, and we'll save our startup settings. So File, Startup Settings, and Save User Default Settings. Now we've set this up in PicoScope 6 because this will actually be transferred to PicoScope 7. So when we open PicoScope 7 now, we want to see just channel A active, 20 volts, 200 millisecond divisions. Hello and welcome to PicoScope 7. This is the startup screen that you're presented with. Guided tests first of all. If it's not required, just close that. Notice our startup settings have now been pulled in, so we are 20 volts on channel A. Only channel A is active because everything else is switched off. It's a ×1 probe here, there's a summary. It's also DC coupled. And 200 millisecond divisions. That's what we set up in PicoScope 6, and it's pulled our startup settings across to PicoScope 7. So start stop, left hand corner. Time base and sampling controls are here. So anything that's bold is your current setting. So we are on 200 millisecond divisions and we are favouring buffer memory at this stage. Trigger options, well, what's highlighted bold is none because there is no trigger. Trigger sources are here. You pre-trigger how much time before the trigger do you want to allow. Waveform buffer, click on this. This will give you each waveform thumbnail. So we have 4 in total captured, and I can jump back to 1, back to 3, and I can choose the size of them here. Clicking outside the box closes the relevant menu. So click into the graph here, closes the buffer menu, and if I then want to close the waveforms completely, remove them from here. Guided tests, auto setup. So if there's something that you're not sure what you're measuring, what the voltage will be, whatever channel A is connected to, click auto setup and the scope will try and set all the settings relevant to capture a signal, whatever is present on channel A. Open, well, that will take you to waveforms wherever you may have them saved. Save. This opens up the vehicle details box now, so you'll specify exactly where you want to save the folder to, the file name, the file type. How many waveforms we can see here? We've got 4 in total. We could save all 4, we could save just the current one on screen, or we can choose a range of waveforms. It may be that we want waveforms 1 and 4. All your vehicle details here. Channel labels, depending on what you're saving or measuring, sorry. So you may want to add in here that it is ABS, for example. Any notes that you want to include, and then of course click save, and that will attach or include all of this detail with your saved file. So cancel. Have a look at the controls here for channel A. Anything to do with channel A will be found under the channel A button, and likewise for all other channels. So at the moment, anything highlighted blue is our current status. So we are on manual setting, 20 volts, DC coupled, with band limit off. Our waveform is not inverted. Zero offset here is a feature that you'll use if you need to zero the channel for whatever reason, for the fact it may not be on 0 when you open. Your probe menus are all here under probes. DSP is digital signal processing, or that is filtering, so low pass, whether you're going to filter, apply some kind of filtration to a noisy signal, you'll click here. And your display features, the name, the colour of the channel, which you can change if you wish, scale and offset. Okay, so we can change the scale here, ×5. Back to 1. We can click inside here as well and actually type in a value that we want. Click outside. Offset, how much offset do we want? See how the 0 point here is moving up or down depending. Again, we can type in there a value. Let's type in 5. And then just to quickly restore, type in 0. Okay, the More button here, this will reveal all the options that you have. The tip here is if you want to star something bold, if I click on Settings here now, you'll notice that Settings has moved across into my tool panel here. So when I click outside, Settings is always readily available. So I'll just show you that once more. Click on More. I'll take away the bold or deflag, if you like, Settings. Okay, Settings has now gone from the tool panel. So you actually populate this area here with all your features of interest. So whatever is in the More panel here that you're going to use, regular, daily, virtually every capture, just bold, click on. Let's have auto setup. Yeah, so auto setup at the moment is over here, but let's say I want to keep it in my tool panel here on the left hand side. I click on there and there it appears. So every time I open up PicoScope 7, these are all of the tools that I use regular, they'll be here. Let's have a look at some of these tools. Measurements. Okay, number of measurements, at the moment only applicable to channel A because only channel A is active. So a connect device, it may be that, well, we've got 44258, or I may want to run in demo mode, so we can do that here as well. Notes. Okay, notes are featured down here. Type in as many notes as you want. We can also click on these notes and then drag them. So we actually have the middle of the graph if we need to. Maybe to the right of the graph over there. Notes would be displayed here. Alright, that's a pretty rapid tour of PicoScope 7, but I hope it's useful, and it's free to download, remember. Alright, many thanks, take care.